Aloha class, this is Celestial Arthur, just doing my musical presentation, and today I'm going to focus on Ray Charles and Michael Buble, and they are from the musical genre of jazz. And I believe that before talking about these two great artists, that I would focus a little bit on what jazz is and the history, a little bit about the history and the musical instruments used to create this beautiful genre of jazz, and then I'll go on to speaking about these two great artists. Now, when talking about the history of jazz, we should refer back to the traditional jazz, and that refers to the style of jazz originally played in New Orleans around the turn of the century. It also includes the style of Chicago musicians in the 1920s. It also refers to these styles as Dixieland. Now, history of jazz, it was born in the late 1800s. It was developed in New Orleans, as I said before, and Chicago, New York, and Kansas City. And a lot of jazz movies are actually based in these cities. It includes African American music, American big band traditions and instruments. And when we take a look at Michael Bublé, you can see behind him playing the big band behind him accompanying his music. And a lot of jazz people actually, jazz singers, have a big band. They also have African rhythms, European forms and harmonies, and it has traveled globally and has been made into different styles of jazz. There's Latin jazz, etc., all different forms. Now, when talking about the instruments involved with jazz, basically all musical instruments have in some way been a part of jazz and has played in jazz bands. But the typical combo used in the front line, they have the trumpets or the cornet, and usually the trumpets or the cornet will be the main solos being played, that and the piano and the guitar. They'll have the clarinet and the trombone. In the rhythm section, to give mood and rhythm to jazz, also in more smooth, slow jazz, they'll have the piano, the guitar or the banjo, and the banjo was actually used more back in the days, but now it has been overtaken by the guitar, the blues guitar and so forth. They also have the tuba and the drum set. With the changing of times and music, jazz changed and more instruments were added to create the music of jazz. And other instruments that were brought in were the saxophone, the double bass, the violins, and the other string instruments. And they just create the beauty of jazz. Now, our first person that we'll be talking about today is Mr. Ray Charles Robinson. He was born on September 23, 1930 in Albany, Georgia. He died in June the 10th on 2004. He's the son of Aretha Williams and Bailey Robinson. He's a singer, songwriter, musician, arranger, and band leader. He has vocals, he plays the piano, keyboards, alto saxophone, and the trombone. He's with Atlantic, ABC, Warner Brothers, Swing Time, Concord, and Columbia Records. So he is quite in a lot of labels. When he was young, he lost his sight completely at the age of 7. So he's quite a remarkable musician and singer, all at the same time playing blind. And so his disability has not hindered him at all with his musical career. He was taught only classical music at school, but wanted to play jazz and blues that he heard on the family radio. Ray has played for countless number of crowds, and his name will live on forever through his legend and music. And so we just want to watch a quick clip of Ray singing "You Don't Know Me."
And you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so hard, and anyone can tell You think you know me well, but you don't know me. Oh, you don't know the one who dreams of you at night and longs to kiss your lips and longs to hold you tight. To you, I'm just a friend. That's all I've ever been. You don't know me. For I never knew the art of making love. Though my heart aches with love, afraid and shy. Let no chance that you might love me. You don't know me, no, no.
Now, at the turn of the century, when more new modern things were coming out, more songs were being remade, new pop singers were coming out, jazz still stayed true and stayed living, but it was just made a little bit more modern. And right now we're going to talk about a little bit about a new modern day jazz singer, Michael Buble. Now, Michael Buble, he was born on September 9th, 1975 in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. So yes, he is a Canadian. He's 35 now. At the age of 5, he began his interest in jazz. At the age 16, he started singing in nightclubs that his Italian grandfather would take him. And his grandfather also paid for his singing lessons. He's with 143 Reprised, and his instruments are the vocals and piano. He's a singer, songwriter, and actor. And Michael Bublé, he has had a hard life trying to fulfill his childhood dream of being a singer. But he finally got a big break in 2000, and from then on he's slowly kept his way, sparking his way through music and acting, and he is quite very popular today. He performs his own songs and does remakes of other artists' songs, giving them a more modern feel with a boube flavor, which is, as fans say, fabulous. His singing has made people all around the world fall in love with jazz, this beautiful musical genre. He's also in he was in the TV show Las Vegas and many others, and he is also a karaoke singer in the movie Duet with Gwyneth Paltrow, and his other name escapes my mind, but that's a very famous movie. But right now we're going to watch a little clip of how he plays, and if you look behind him when he sings, there's a lot of the musical instruments that we discussed before, so keep an eye out.
Come fly with me, let's fly, fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far LA. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You'll hear all the angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, such a lovely day. Just say the word and beat those birds down Acapulco Bay. It is perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. So come fly with me, let's fly away. Pack up, come on in, let's go and fly. fly, we'll fly. Pack up, let's fly away.
Now lastly, I just want to talk a little bit about how influential these musicians have made jazz in everyday life today. You can see a lot of famous jazz songs being played, old and new. Even songs today that aren't quite jazz, they also have a jazzy flavor to them also, and that is because these musicians have made it very popular today. It can be seen in a lot of movies, Disney movies like the Aristocats, the Princess and the Frog, also a lot of old movies, Xanadu and the Preacher's Wife. And this last clip that I'll show you is just a little bit about little clips of those movies that incorporate jazz into it. And this will conclude my presentation today, and I just want to wish everyone a Mele Kalikimaka, Merry Christmas, and many mahalos for our class today. So I hope you enjoyed this clip, and thank you.
Oh boy, fellas, let's rock the joint. Groove it, cats.
And blow a little soul into the tune.
Let's take it to another key. Modulate and wait for me. I'll take a few and live them pretty soon.
Whenever you're away from me, wherever you go, you never far away from me. I want you to know. I only have to close my eyes, and suddenly I'm where you are. You never stay, 'cause you'll never be gone. Here we go. I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And like the river finds the sea, I was lost. Now I'm free. 'Cause I believe in you and me. I believe in miracles, and it's a miracle. And yes, baby, you're a dream come true. See, I was lost, now free. 'Cause I believe in you and me. Ooh. Oh yes I do. I believe in you and me.
Thank you very much, everyone, and mahalo for watching, and Happy Christmas.